Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation is from Gauri Mahalla Tija. The recitation. Gauri Mahalla Tija, Brahama Mul Ved Abhiasa, Tiste Upje Dev Moh Pyasa, त्रै गुण भर में नाही निज गरवासा, त्रै गुण बाणी ब्रह्म जंजाला, पड़वाद बखानै सिर मारे जम काला, तत न चीनह बनह पंड पराला, मनमुख अज्ञान कुमारग पाए, हर नाम बिसारिया बहु कर्म दृढ़ाए, भवजल डूबे दूजे पाए, माया का मोहताज पंडित कहावै, बिखया राता बहुत दुख पावै, जम का गल जेवड़ा नित काल संतावै, गुरमुख जमकाल नेड़ न आवै, हऊ मैं दूजा शब्द जलावै, नामे राते हर गुण गावै, माया दासी भगतां की कार कमावै, चरणी लागै तां महल पावै, सद ही निर्मल सहज समावै, हर कथा सुनै सो धनवंत, दिसह जग माही, तिनको सब निवह आनंदन पूज कराही, सहजे गुण रवै साचे मन माही, पूरे सतगुरै शब्द सुनाया, त्रै गुण मेटे चौथे चित लाया, नानक हऊँ मैं मार ब्रह्म मिलाया. In this Shabad, the Guru is making a comparison and contrasting the way of scripture or the ritualistic repetition of scripture with bhakti, the essence of worship as Gurmat sees it. And let's consider what that contrast is. Brahama Mul Ved Abhiasa. So Brahma, who the Guru has spoken about in an earlier passage, is regarded as the creator god in Hindu mythology. So Brahma Mul, the first one. Ved Abhyasa, repeated the Vedas. Abhyasa, practice, but also repetition. So the first created being who subsequently creates everything is called Brahma. So in a sense, we are all Brahmas on a small scale. We are all creators. Ved Abhyasa. Brahma, according to the legend here, we are talking about the myth, the mythology, was that he practiced, he received the knowledge of the Vedas from the god Vishnu, and then did what is called Abhyasa, a repetition. And through that repetition, Tiste upje dev moh pyasa, tiste upje dev. From that repetition arose the gods and goddesses of Hinduism. So the traditional notion is that these deities, the so-called gods and goddesses, the shining ones as it were, dev means the shining one, they are sustained by the essence of sacrificial offerings, you see. So by just repeating the scripture and offering them sacrifices, what happened? Tisate upje dev, what happened to them? Moh pyasa. Their minds were filled with desire. They wanted more and more and more. Tre gun parme nahi nij ghar vasa. Tre gun. Tre gun is the threefold material universe, the triad, the three planes of existence as the frame of reference of the Vedanta or the Vedas sees it, that this reality exists, the manifest reality that is, exists at three planes. So it is referred to as Traya Guna. Also that it has three primary qualities, Sato, Rajo, and Tamas, inertia, movement, and balance. And that is how the manifest universe, what we can see, the world of phenomena, exists. So the Guru is making a point here that sacrificial offerings by the reading of the scriptures only serves to heat up the desire of these gods and goddesses. They are like us. They want more and more. And the other point that he is making is that the Vedas, the reading of the scripture, doesn't really go beyond understanding. It speaks of the manifest world, but it misses the essence. Traya gun parme nahi nij ghar vasa. Nij ghar is the essence within. It misses that. So simply reciting scripture can become delusional. And then in the Rahau, he explains, Ham hari rakhe satguru milaya, anandana bhagat har naam dridaya. So here is the difference. Ham rakhe satguru milaya, anandana bhagat har naam dridaya. The three essential elements of Gurmat are in this line. Hari, har rakhe, the self. Satguru milaya is the primal teacher, the enlightener. Andan Bhagat, devotion, dedication, loving devotion. And Harinam. Harinam is wisdom, the wisdom of the self, that knowledge, self-knowledge. These are the ingredients of Gurmat. This is the essence. That with loving devotion, establish the wisdom of the self within, with the help of the teachings of the Guru. That sums up pretty much what the difference is. Then he goes on to amplify the point. He says, Traya Guna Bani Brahma Janjala Pad Vad Vakhanna Sir Mare Jamakalla. So the Vedas deal with the three modes of material nature, and Bhakti transcends it. The Vedas talk about natural material things. Bhakti catches the essence, the ultimate purpose. Because he's saying, Traya Guna Bani Param Janjala is just confusion, a web of confusion. And reading it causes people to become puffed up with pride because they're proud of their scriptural knowledge. And what does that lead to? Padavad Vakhanne, debate and discord. Sir Mare Jamkala, and their heads get caught up. Here it literally means that the head is beaten, and Jamkala is a web. Your head gets knotted up in all of these thoughts. And Tattanachine, you don't recognize the essence. Banne Pandaparalla. So it's like a load on your head, scriptural knowledge without grasping the essence, you see. So if you just read the Guru Granth Sahib over and over again and don't catch the essence, well, then it is like a load on your head. Think about that. And then the next few verses amplify this point further by saying Manmukh Agyan, the immoral agent, Manmukh, the self-centered, lacks wisdom, Kumara Gopai, and therefore is on the wrong path. By actually forgetting Harinam, he's simply repeating a lot of ritual. Harinam Bisarya Bahuk Karam Dradai, Pavjala Dubbe. That's the end. You are drowned in fear because of attachment to the material world. And in conclusion, again, the emphasis, Pure Satgur Sabad Sunaya. When you listen to the message of the teacher as contained in the Sabad, Sabad is the signal and the message. Sunaya, listen. attentive listening, and through that listening, absorption, suniye, maniye, man kita bhav, what happens then? Tre gun mete. You see beyond the three modes of physical existence. Chauthe chitalaya. Chauthe is the supreme state, which is transcendental. You transcend the material world. Now, all of this is happening in your head, by the way. You're not physically somewhere else. And Nanak, haume mare, Brahma milaya. So be self-possessed by dissolving the ego. So the point is, scriptural reading without grasping the essence is a function of the ego. The ego simply creates its own web and gets caught in it. And we have to learn to catch the essence and transcend the mere physical repetition of scriptures. On that note, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.